Hi, this is Tales from the Shed on tour, as you can tell. So I'm Alison.
I'm Anne. Yeah. And today, well, we've been talking a little bit about empty nest. Is that the right word for it? I hate the kind of empty nest syndrome because it indicates bits are missing and my little cherubs have gone.
Little chickadees,
and they have, and that's kind of good and bad. I always have this thing that children is a process of different kinds of grief. Isn't that sad? Isn't that really sad? Where you have children and when they get to 5, you think, oh, I really miss them when they were 3, but they're lovely when they're 5. And then they get to 8 and you think, I really miss the 5-year-old. So it's like welcoming the new and saying goodbye to the old.
Yeah.
And I think it's this balance. And when we get to empty nest time, we get into this place again where we missed them when they were here, but there's a whole new world.
I know. And it's interesting because it is likely to come at the same time as menopause. So you've got a bit of a kind of hormonal thing going on. And then maybe your children are leaving home as well. So maybe the kind of grief that you're feeling is all mixed up together,
I think it is because, there's a lot of grief about menopause that people can get very involved with, that they're saying goodbye to their younger self, they're saying goodbye to their gorgeous face, which isn't true. Look at us.
No, look at us. Look, it's great.
It's not to be improved on. But they're saying goodbye to lots of things, but we're entering into a new part of life. And as you say, I think it can get quite mixed. And I know you've come across this in your mentoring and coaching, and I've definitely come across it in my clinics. So
and I think we both had it, because it's like, it's those things. It's like, launching. You think they're launched, and then something happens and they come back. And I had it, with probably more with my younger child in that kind of sense. And it was like, and it was quite difficult. It was quite a difficult thing because it's like you've coped with them leaving, and then they come back. And then you have to re-cope with them, but then they're kind of an adult person. Then they're in your house, but you can't just have that say, it's my house, my rules kind of thing.
No.
So because they're an adult. So, I mean, it took us quite a while. There was a couple of times before we could actually get to the point. And now it's lovely. When she comes home, it's great. And when she goes back, but, and I think what really got me recently was she talked about going home, but she meant her home where she's living.
I know, that's so tough. Not here. It's like yes.
So that was like, and I just thought, actually, this is it. But it's a process. So in that sense, you're seeing somebody else go through that process of, pulling away from the home and actually making themselves and making their own way,
which is the natural way,
which is great. And then we're kind of left with
what happens next.
But wasn't I only saying to you last week about how amazing it was that me and my husband, we've actually filled the house.
Yes.
We've filled the house, I've got my office, and then he's kind of doing his work in a different room because, of course, we've got this wonderful thing now. We're all working from home nowadays. So we filled the house. We actually we're using the house, just the two of us. We're using the house, all of it. And when they do come back to stay, we have to kind of readjust it.
I know, it does do that a little bit. But you fill your life as well. And I think this is the nice part that we speak about menopause being this lovely change where you grow into yourself and become your new self. And I think that opportunity of our charges having left home and they're sort of gone, and we have much more responsibility just to ourselves. So it's that responsibility to make fun for ourselves, to find out what we really want to be and try that for ourselves, and make this the whole new world, the whole new beginning.
It's fab, isn't it? And it is interesting that when you get used to it, and like I say, we're filling the whole house, it's really good. We've got our various things, and that we do. And, to some people, that might not be very exciting, like we go singing on a Monday, we do something together, Rod's got his own interests, I've got my different kind of things and different kind of friends. And then during the day, I can actually manage my day according to what I want to do.
Yes.
Which is brilliant.
We're just either doing nothing or loads.
I know. Sometimes it's like, oh, it's sunny outside. I think I'm just going to go to the beach, even if it's just half an hour. I did that the other morning. I just kind of thought, I'm a bit, actually, I've got a meeting. I had a whole load of Zooms, from like, I think it was from about 11 o'clock. And I thought, oh, but it's sunny. Oh, and I just thought, I'm just going to make my breakfast and go and sit on the beach, which is what I did. And I only had to go there for half an hour. But I was like, felt like I've done that. And I can come back and I can do my work and then we can do something else. So, and it is that thing of actually, you've only got your own timetable to fulfill. And the only person you need to ask permission from is yourself.
And I think it's that there's a big habit of having your timetable filled. And it can be that change to, I've got to fill it. And I think that's where the problem can come, that women don't, perhaps it's something we've learned, that we have to look after others before we look after ourselves. But it's like, what do I love? What makes me happy? Let's do that then.
Start an art class. Oh, sorry, learn to be a yoga teacher. Hello. You know,
drawing never really made me happy.
Okay.
But that's life. But yes,
yeah,
it's whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, so that's our advice. Do whatever makes you happy.